Hi there, my name's Rhonda, and this is about my husband's journey, and it's all about a simple man and a simple life. Here's Matt.
What's up? I'm Matt. Some people know me as Firewood Matt, but on the lake I'm just Matt.
Well, hey there, just Matt. I've got some questions for you. Feel like answering them?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know, why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? Explain it to me and those watching.
Well, for me, it's not so much about getting a lot of views. I mean, if that happens, awesome. But for me personally, I'm reaching a point in my life where I've been on this journey, and I'm going to continue down this journey of family and business and faith, and I just want to document it so maybe when I'm not here no more, my kids and my grandkids can go back to some of the lessons I taught them and watch these videos, and maybe can continue to learn things from me even when I'm no longer here. That's my purpose behind this channel. But along the way, I will try to do my best to make it entertaining for those people that do want to watch. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's why I'm documenting, to answer your question. And I got a fish on it. I really got off. That's what I'm doing.
You said Firewood Matt. Who is Firewood Matt?
That's a very good question. Firewood Matt isn't real. Firewood Matt is just an illusion, an alter ego, if you will. It was just a name I come up with for the sole purpose of marketing my firewood business. People started saving my name and their number as Matt the Wood Guy or Firewood Matt, so when they're looking through their contacts, they see the word firewood and know that I'm their firewood guy. And eventually I just adapted it as a name because it was a character that I could play on Facebook that people would remember when they think about, hey, who has firewood? Of course, Firewood Matt. So it's just a personality that I created. It isn't by any chance me, but I do very often go out in public and people say, hey, Firewood Matt. And I get a kick out of it, but I'm not really Firewood Matt. I'm just a guy that plays him for marketing purposes. And it's worked very well.
You said you're not doing this channel, these videos, necessarily to gain viewers, but if anybody wanted to watch along your journey, that's fine. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Well, I mean, of course we all want viewers, I guess, but again, I just feel like, I've been doing firewood. I've been running my own business for 10 years now. And, and I've actually picked up another business along the way with lawn care. And it's just a way for me to share with the world and with my family and others just the things I've learned along the way and things that I'm learning in real time. So even for myself, I can go back and watch and say, hey, we went through this once before. Let's go back and see what I was feeling on that day when I made that video or whatever. It's more just a document tool for me. But if people enjoy watching it, awesome. I'm not going to put anything out there that I don't want the world to know. Or I'm going to try not to anyway.
So, a lot of people have asked me, and I know they've asked you, they think we're crazy. They want to know, why did you quit your good job? You had such a great paying job, so great in benefits and stuff.
I did.
So why would you quit something
I
like
actually
that?
probably had the best job I ever had in my life. I complained about it a lot because that's what people do about jobs, they complain. But, I mean, the work was very easy. The pay was very good. I got literally half the days off in a year. So it wasn't a bad job. But you know, when you know you're not in the right place, you just know. And there was always an exit strategy. You know, I think everybody should have an exit strategy for wherever they're at, because, I mean, face it, we're not going to work forever. I mean, there's going to come a day where you can't do it no more. So some people are perfectly fine staying where they've been working all them years, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for me, I knew I had something different for the world. I wasn't meant to be necessarily a good employee. I'm actually probably a terrible employee. I mean, to be honest with you, at my job, I was probably one of the lazier people, because, well, I could get away with it. You know, I can't get away with that in my own business because I'm only hurting myself. But, you know, when you're just not into something, you're just not into it. And I knew the day I started that job that it was going to be a stepping stone, because I needed to be able to have credit. I needed to be able to make good money so I could make purchases, and I needed to kind of ease into a different, I don't know what you call it, a different style of living where you can actually go borrow money if you need to. And I know debt's a bad thing, but when it comes to business, I mean, having resources available is awesome. And it's really hard to do that when you're a guy with an old rusted out pickup truck, you know, and you're making $100 a day cash selling firewood. You know, it's really hard to get somebody to loan you money for, you know, an expensive new tractor that you need to run the business efficiently, or a high-end log splitter, or a reliable pickup truck. So, I mean, I needed the job to be able to secure all them things. So I'm very happy with what the job provided for me. But it was never the long term. It was temporary, and it got me exactly what I wanted it to get me, and I got what I wanted out of it, and I hope they got what they wanted out of me. But why would I quit? I wasn't supposed to be there long term. That's the most basic answer I can give you. I'm thankful for the job and the opportunities I had. It's got me this far. But at the end of the day, I knew that I wasn't going to do it forever. And it come to a day, one day at work, where I just knew that it was time. God has opened the doors for me. He's provided me the opportunities to where I don't have to be there anymore. I can go out and, you know.
And you said it was costing you money, right?
It really was. I was losing money by not doing jobs that I could have been doing because I had to go to work. And I'm not doing that to brag, or saying that to brag or anything. I'm just saying that if you're running a small business, if you're running a side hustle, that's where you want to get. You want to get to the point to where it doesn't make sense to keep your job anymore. And it didn't make sense anymore. You know, for a long time it did make sense. I had good insurance. I had security. I knew every week I was going to have a paycheck every other week I was going to have a paycheck for a really nice amount. I only had to work 7 days and that 2 weeks to do it. So it was awesome. But it was like I worked 7 on, 7 off, 12 hours a day. So as soon as I start my 7-day rotation, I can't give nothing to my business for 7 days. You can't run a business like that. So it no longer made sense. So I hope that answers your question.
You also didn't have anything left to give your family.
No, that was probably the biggest part. You know, I missed out on a lot of things when my kids were little, my girls especially. I wasn't around much. I wasn't a great father, to be honest with you. I moved away for a while, and when I moved back, I was busy a lot, and I was struggling, trying to, you know, a lot of it was I was just trying to put food on the table. But I worked, and I worked, and I worked, and I failed, and I had to. I'm thankful that I had available to me, but we had to move with our in-laws because I failed so miserably. I had to get a job and work business at the same time, and slowly but surely got it built up to the point to where we were able to buy a house, and still working full time and doing wood full time, and then it got to the point to where you know, with the other job that I took on at the coal mine, that just it got to where I was busy all the time, because I was always working, and I missed out on so much. And I just decided one day that, hey, you know what? For the most part, my kids are grown. They don't live with me anymore. They're moved out, and now I got grandkids, and I've missed out a lot of the kids' life. But they're still growing up. They're still young adults. I can spend more time with them. I can spend more time with my grandkids, and all I got to do is take control of my life. All I got to do is say, nope, I can't work for you because I have to work for myself, so I can make myself available to my family whenever I need to do that. And make myself available with my wife, make myself available to take a fishing trip when I feel like it. I mean, the day I left that place, again, there was no hard feelings. But I went there that morning, I picked up my stuff. I'd already had a notice in. I quit a little earlier than I intended, but I knew when I left that place, I stopped on my way to a wood delivery to go get my stuff and quit my job. And pulling out of there, going through the gate, scanning my card, handing it to the security guard, telling them I just quit. The feeling of freedom for the first time, I know I'm good. God's taking care of me. The business is going to be all right. And if it's not, we've done poor. We're pretty good at being poor if we have to be. You know, we've done broke. So that don't scare me at all. I've done bankrupt. I don't ever want to go there again, but I know that I'm not gonna make any chances I don't go for it. And I've said it before, but the harder I work, the luckier or blessed, you might call it, I become. So I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna also be here for my family, and that's why I quit my job.
Okay. Where do you see this journey, as you call it? Where do you see this journey taking you?
Well, you know, I always say, if you ever want to get a good laugh out of God, tell him your plan. So, I see it going a certain way, and I've seen this business 10 years ago going a certain direction, and it went a whole nother direction. So, there's things I would like to see it do, but I know ultimately God's in control. I'm just steering the boat where he takes it, you know. And I really don't know where it's going, but as long as I keep getting people that want me to mow their grass and people that want me to make firewood for them and good people that want to work with me, I'm just going to keep doing it. I've never been more free in my life, and you know what, I can't tell you where it's going because I don't know. I know where I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it to where, you know, I can have several people working for me, and they get to make good money, I get to make good money, you know, and I'm providing good paying opportunities for maybe people that wouldn't always have the opportunity. But again, my plans ain't God's plans. We're just going to see where he takes us. And it's worked out so far.